Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to SPW. I am your host, Nick, and tonight we are once again kind of delving into the MCU's history and, just pulling out moments that I wish we had previously on the channel, but now we're using WWE 2K25, and we are finally able to do it. So, let's do the thing. By the way, if this is the first time on the channel, like, subscribe. That's what we call doing the thing. But here we go. Look at this man, Captain America, one half of our unified Marvel and DC Tag Team Champions. He and Winter Soldier, actually, that are the Tag Team Champions, newly won, fresh off the switch from 2K24 to 2K25. But Captain America, that's Steve Rogers' Captain America, if you couldn't tell. Stands 6'2", weighs 220 pounds. And tonight we're doing something special. Because, as I was saying, pulling out of the history from the MCU, we are returning to the days of, Civil War. There's no way to sugarcoat that. But remember Civil War? Man, it was awesome. It was pretty much, like, I don't know if you guys got to experience this in real time, but the MCU I've gotten to experience from the get-go. Because this is something I talked about as a kid, I always wished for, and then it finally happened. It still blows my mind to this day. But I always used to talk about, what would happen in the MCU if these two characters got to face off, all that stuff. And Iron Man and Captain America were always there. Oh yeah, there he is, look at him! I love it. He's almost coming out with the Hulk Hogan colors, but that's also Iron Man colors. Coincidence? I don't know. But yeah, Captain America and Iron Man, one of those just great philosophical matchups in Marvel, or just comic books in general. But Iron Man comes down to the ring. He stands also 6'2", but weighs 425 pounds. That is with the suit. I'm sure he's probably weighs less, I would assume, than Steve Rogers. He's probably like a solid 175, maybe 180. He's not the biggest guy. At least Robert Downey Jr. isn't. That's who's inside that mask. He's actually about my size in real life. I'm not gonna lie. Robert Downey Jr. is on my vision board. If you do those things. But he really was. It was an assignment in college. But but yeah, Robert Downey Jr. He's a little guy, but that's why I love him. He's got charisma for days. It overshines his stature. But we're doing a Bloodlines rules matchup because, you know what, it was too much fun last time with Professor X and Magneto. I was like, I gotta do it again, and I wanted to do it with these two. So we got Captain America, we got Iron Man, but we're gonna have more Avengers coming into the ring at some point, and there's gonna be a Team Cap and a Team Iron Man. Who knows? I truly, once again, if this is your first time on the channel, I do not know what's gonna happen. I set the stats. There's certain things I can set, but there's certain things that are just out of my control, and it makes it way more fun. So I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know who's going to show up. All I know is that it's really down to these two guys. Captain America, top rope, Macho Man style, lands the elbow drop, trying to get the win early. 1, a 2, and a kick out. 2, there it is. It sounded like the audience said. I don't know if that was the case, but that's a 90s reference if I ever saw one. By the way, we're also in our brand new Avengers arena. Look at this. Look at all those Avengers on the outside on the guardrail there. Not to mention in the ring on the mat. This is once again 2K community never lets me down. Iron Man, Captain America, Avengers arena. Yeah, it's just good stuff. It's one of those things that makes me. That's the inspiration, frankly, for this kind of frankly, SPW in general, is just we couldn't do this without the community creating all these awesome characters. I mean, it takes a solid 4 hours to make these characters. Oh no, here we go. Count them off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 bionic forearms to the chest of Captain America. Iron Man, making him feel every one of those. But, again, this matchup, quintessential in comic book lore. But, of course, if we're going to have people coming in the ring, there's going to be weapons. So, Captain America taking advantage. Oh, no, the Hulk! Someone who was not in the movie Civil War, but I'm not going to lie, I may be balanced it out because I put Hulk on team, because, you know, Bruce Banner and Tony Stark are such good buddies. I felt like they should be on the same channel. Or, wow, channel? Freudian slip. On the same team, and then by proxy, I had to put Thor then on the other team, on Team Captain America. So Hulk and Thor are in play. That is one thing that changes this from the movie. Can you imagine if those power levels were in the movie? This would have been a world-breaker Civil War. Thankfully, it was, you know, like Spider-Man and Ant-Man and, you know, like Winter Soldier and Falcon. You know, we'll just say lesser power levels of characters. Not that they're any less cool or important, but Hulk and Thor changed the game. So Hulk is in play, and I am excited to see what's about to go down. Because right now, Captain America, I mean, he is fighting an uphill battle. He has Iron Man and Hulk, two of the smartest people on the planet, if you think about it. And then, incidentally, the power level of Hulk that he's dealing with. I mean, I know he says he can do this all day, but but Hulk smashing, as he tends to do. But no, speak of the devil! There we go! Thor and Hulk in the ring. And now they are out of the ring, and Captain America and Iron Man are finally one-on-one, but you know that Hulk and Thor, they've got unsquashed beef, you might say. That'd be a good band name. Unsquashed beef. Oh, big body splash! 400 plus pounds. Body splash on Captain America. We have a pin. 1, 2, and a kick out. But watch out, everybody, in the front row. Probably the front 20 rows. I don't know. Hulk and Thor, that could go off the rails real quick. So, ooh, moonsault, though. Look at that. Iron Man pulling out all the stops, but getting swept up. And then look at this, reversing the pin now from Captain America. Oh, Captain America kicks out. I don't know what happened to the Thor, but oh wow, Hulk just body splashed. Looks like he hit both Iron Man and Captain America. I feel like Hulk and Thor, I mean, they're just trying, I feel like they're just in there to balance each other out. You know what I mean? Like, Hulk, or rather I should say Thor, hasn't put any effort into attacking Iron Man. He's just purely on the attack on the Hulk, which is wise. Oh, spear! But look at this! The other half of the tag team championship is in there, and he saves his partner. How about that? I thought here the whole time that we'd be getting, you know, just purely Avengers Civil War characters, but why not? Why not the Winter Soldier? He is the other half of that championship that Captain America has. Oh my goodness, he has a bat in his hands. He actually may have stolen the pin from his partner there, accidentally hitting him with the bat, but that is very appropriate. Winter Soldier and Captain America, they are a lethal duo. Watch out, Iron Man. Oh, and look at this! That was excellent. The crowd counting along. Oh, repeat it again! Hulk just, I mean, on the receiving end of Thor's repeated hammer fists. And that means two things. Sometimes the pun is intended. But look at that. Captain America in the ring. Meanwhile, his partner in crime, you might say. At least according to the Sokovia Accords. Winter Soldier laying the smackdown on Iron Man. And you know what? The problem is, if you watch that movie, spoiler alert, but Iron Man's parents were unalived. I've learned that I'm supposed to say, according to the algorithm. Sorry, YouTube. But, but yes, unalived parents is always a good motivation for a battle. And now we have, look at this! The Black Panther and the Winter Soldier going toe-to-toe. Meanwhile, I mean, again, it's just Hulk versus Thor on the outside. This is just awesome. This is just Ragnarok all over again. But, you know, Winter Soldier's kind of got a weird, you know, like, second personality, I guess. I think they call him the White Wolf when he hailed in Wakanda. He's got like a vibranium arm now. So yeah, there's a lot of weird history there with Black Panther. So incidentally, I'm not surprised that those two are duking it out, leaving once again these two contenders, these two easily title contenders. I would put these guys up for the Marvel belt any day of the week. 1, 2, 3! Captain America does it! Look at that! Not unlike in the movie. If you leave him one-on-one with Tony Stark, he will come out ahead. And look at that, Hawkeye on the same team, Team Cap. Thor and Hawkeye, Winter Soldier and Captain America, Team Cap, coming out ahead. As it should be. I feel like they were on the right. Just, you know, that's just me personally. But this Sokovia Accord thing and the whole Civil War thing, yeah, I'm pro Cap. Say what you want. Come at me, Internet. Just kidding. If you stuck around to the end, I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did. This was just a lot of fun. Do the thing, like, subscribe, and if you already have, I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have more content. I did mention the Marvel Championship, and you should stick around because Thursday's matchup is going to be one of our very few champion versus champion matches, and I couldn't be more excited. So stick around for that. Do the thing, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time. Good night.